Hey everyone, welcome back to the RC Printer YouTube channel. Today we were going to spend some time with this guy, which is the MK Ultra. We've made some modifications to it and we're going to take it outside, but the weather is just terrible out there right now. So we're not going to do that. Instead, I have a different treat for you guys today. It's in the same 3D printing vein, but it's a little different than remote control. We've actually built these. These are 3D printable Nerf guns. They're designed by a guy named Captain Slug, and we were able to get kits from him off Etsy. So we'll give you guys a little tour and see what you think. So first off, here is this guy. This is the Caliburn by Captain Slug. You can find all of his designs at captainslug.com. All of his designs actually are open source, so the design files are free. You can download and print one of these. What he does is he sells these kits, so you can buy these plastic tubes, you can buy these springs, all the metal pieces that are required to build the project. He sells them on Etsy, and the kits are quite reasonable. I think it's about $70-ish for a kit for one of these guns. And then you just 3D print the pieces yourself. Print-wise, these are actually quite easy to print. He's got all the instructions available for building them in a build guide document, and he also has an online configurator for each of the guns that he has designed. So you can change things like how the butt looks, how the muzzle looks, the grip, everything about it you can modify and customize. And there's a lot of free designs that people have made as well on Thingiverse. So you can check those out and you can customize your own. This is the one, we were actually only planning to make one gun, but Captain Slug's team accidentally sent us the wrong kit. So we were able to build that red one you saw earlier first, and then he sent us this kit as well for free, so we were able to build two for the price of one, so thank you very much, Captain Slug, for that. So this one is a pump action, and it is a mag-fed blaster as well. This is a Worker Mod 22 Nerf Dart magazine, and you can get those from Captain Slug as well, so I highly recommend if you're buying the kit to build it, you might as well buy one of these magazines too to go with. To load the gun, you simply pull back here, and you can see the plunger here locks into place, and then you slide the dart forward into the barrel, and now we are loaded. Now they're quite loud and quite powerful, so we'll shoot this one here just against the ground, and you can see kind of what happens. So the power of your Nerf blaster is going to depend on a couple different things, but mostly it's the size of the spring that you get here. And he sells different springs all the way from like a K31 that'll do about 100 feet per second up to something like a K26 that will do over 200 feet per second. We ordered the one with the K26, but due to the shipping mix-up, I'm not entirely certain which spring this one has in it. I don't think it's the K26, but I think the Indra that we got does have the K26, and it is definitely a more powerful gun. This one also comes with the regular length barrel. We have an extended barrel as well, so when we're doing some test shooting, we can throw that one on, and you can see it is a bit more accurate shooting with the longer barrel. It does stick out from the end a little bit, and then you can 3D print an end cap as well for it, which we haven't done yet. So this one's the Indra. It's a bit different. It is supposed to be more like a bolt action sniper rifle, and so to load it here you pull the plunger back with this, and unfortunately, just due to the way that this plunger is designed here, it doesn't always hold back. There's a little clip back here for it, and it doesn't always align super perfectly. So we'll give it a shot here and see how it goes, but generally I find the best way to do it is just to hold it against your chest, give it a pull, and then I actually like to use two hands, and it hasn't quite gone there. There we go. Now it's gone, and then you can sometimes have trouble as well pushing this forward, although that time it worked pretty well. So there you go, now we're loaded, and we'll see if you can hear a difference there. So I don't know if you can tell, but that one's definitely a little bit louder and a little bit more powerful. So being that we got two different kits, I was able to give this one to my son, and he was able to completely configure and design his own colors. He decided to put these shrouds on the front here, and he helped build it as well. And then this is the one, the Caliburn, that I built. Now I'm not a huge Nerf guy. My son plays a little bit, and sometimes I join in with him and his buddies. But if I were to go for a Captain Slug Nerf gun, this is the one I'd choose. It is just way easier to use, way easier to control, and I can fire off a bunch of shots in just a few seconds. So just like that, it's just that easy, whereas the Indra takes a little bit more time to load. Now, I don't know if you have much experience with 3D printed Nerf blasters, but they are extremely powerful, especially these ones by Captain Slug. They go, again, anywhere from 100 to 200 feet per second, and so they can definitely take an eye out. So, you know, not for small children, not for blasting your buddy when he's not looking, but they are super cool and they're a lot of fun to play with. So if you can respect them, they're a fun toy to have. So let's go and do some testing here, and we'll shoot it down one of our hulls and see just how it performs. Okay, so here we are with the Caliburn. This one has just the 14-inch regular length barrel. So there you go, you can see it works really well. It could be a little bit more accurate. I know a lot of Nerfers these days are shooting half-length darts, and you can get modifications so you can fit a half-length dart magazine in there instead of the full-length worker mod mag if you'd like. So now let's grab the Indra and we'll see what the difference is. Okay, so here's the Indra. We'll go ahead and get it loaded. And there we go, it's jammed. So obviously not as reliable as the trusty old Caliburn. So let's try the Caliburn again, and we're gonna give it the 18-inch barrel, which is the same length as the one that the Indra has. So you're getting the pump action efficiency of the Caliburn with the barrel length of the Indra. Kind of the best of both worlds. Okay, so there we are. We've got the Caliburn all ready to go with the 18-inch barrel, and we'll fire off a few as well. So there you go, definitely a little bit more accurate. A couple of those darts flew off to the left, but I assume those are just faulty darts that kind of blew up. You are going to blow up a few darts if you're firing things that fast with these guns. I would say every time I go through a round of 22 here, I blow up 2 or 3 darts, and again, that's probably just because they're cheap. So you know, if you're going to be using a lot, probably best to go with better quality darts, and maybe one of those half-length dart magazines as well. When you're done, if you want to remove the mag, all you have to do is press this little trigger here, and it just slides out like that. So really nice and easy. And that's the Caliburn. Okay, so one other thing I just wanted to mention, I was just trying to figure out the issues that I was having with the Indra, and I came up with a solution. And what I actually did was I found that this one had the K26 spring in it, which is a stronger spring, but it's also thinner. And that spring with the smaller outside diameter was actually getting stuck in the little catch hole in the back there. So what I did is I switched this one, and so now this one has a K25 spring, which is a little bit less powerful, but also a bit wider. And it seems to be functioning a lot better than it was previously. So it's loading really nicely, and I can just shoot repeatedly without any issues. And now I get to have my K26 spring, which is the most powerful one that Captain Slug sells. It's a bit harder to pull back, but it also shoots a bit harder. So, and you can tell that's a bit louder as well. So if you're having a bit of trouble with your Indra, one thing I would recommend is maybe switching to a wider spring. So anyways, that was a fun little demo to do here on a rainy September day. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you get the opportunity to build one of your own Captain Slug 3D printed Nerf blasters. We'll be back again soon with more videos on 3D printed RC cars. And if you're looking for any RC projects to build, kits, or parts, check us out at rcprinter.com.